Going back to this channel's roots today, because it is, as usual, a wet day in the north. Unfortunately wet, because today I decided to actually bond in the rear light buckets. Been lots of work going on these. I've printed about 93 different versions now, I think. Not 93, but probably about 16, 17 different versions of these buckets. Bear in mind there's different ones for the inner and outer. And even then, with the final one, ended up doing some manual tweaking to the outside to make them fit properly. But they're in, as I'll show you. So held in with polyurethane adhesive at the moment. I'm hoping that sets in the rain. This one's the only awkward one. This is the only one that doesn't, where I opened up the hole too much and it doesn't just sit in place. The rest of them, all pretty square. Quite pleased with that. Got the back clam off and up there so I could actually get in and make sure it was all nice and straight and getting around the back with the adhesive. Ultimately there's going to be fiberglass around the back. These excess bits will be sanded off, and then some flexible filler or some sort of filler will go in just to create nice smooth transitions between fiberglass and the buckets. In order to make all this fit, I had to make some cutouts on the rear bumper. I don't think this is a particularly big issue. If it is, I'll get someone to weld some strength back into them. But actually you've got these massive great lumps of iron behind it, which are going to absorb any impact. So I'm not too worried about that. Next job is wiring. I've put waterproof connectors, same waterproof connectors I'm using throughout, onto the back of the lights, the round LED units that are going to go in there. And now I've got to chop these up, work out what's what, and put the appropriate connectors on. There we go. It's the next day after much wiring. Now I have a full set of rear lights, and yeah, I'm really pleased. I think they look great. They're going to look even better when it's all tidied up. A lot of cosmetic work to do. I'm shooting this on my phone because my camera's decided to run out of battery at an entirely inopportune moment. But let me just walk you through the wiring in the back. This is all loose at the moment because I've had it on and off a few times. You can see my wiring kit. Get yourself a good pair of wire strippers, those are great. Decent crimps. These are only cheap ones from AliExpress, but actually they work pretty well. Still using the cheap and cheerful connectors, but they seem to be working absolutely fine. You can see my ballast resistors there. It's all nicely cloth taped up. Just trimmed the loom back. I need to put a label on this one to make sure I know it's near side. And I'm going to actually take the loom back to here and cloth tape that up and make some new brackets to replace these ones at some point. Obviously all this needs hoovering out and everything else. But the loom is all nice and neat and tidy. Obviously need to do some cable management, but I've left enough length in there to get it all cable tied up and nice and neat and tidy. So, lights in and all working. Next step, or next job, fill this hole. No innuendo intended. Make that hole a lot bigger first, and then fill it with a number plate and some charging ports. Oh, and I forgot, the side repeaters are working as well. Quite pleased with those. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. Like and subscribe if you did. One day soon, might get this car back on the road. Bye bye.